Hello! Today is a super exciting day because we are off to the studio tour for Harry Potter. This is my second time going, and I figured that this time what I would do is just vlog the whole experience so I can look back on this incredible opportunity to go again to the Harry Potter studio tour. So just now we're gonna be walking to the subway station and we're gonna make our way to the Harry Potter studio tour. Yay! So excited! Station, and we are now gonna find our way to the bus that's gonna take us to the studio tour. I can't even, like, I'm so excited to go see the studio tour again. I feel like this time, because it's my second time going, I'm gonna be able to film a little bit more and give a bit more of an explanation of what things are coming up. So hopefully it'll be more vlog style. Yeah, so one of the things is, for example, the bus, once you get here, it's $2.50 each way. So if you want to get a ticket going there and back. So it's a really convenient way to get to the studio tour if you're not driving there. There is parking on site as well, but just remember you can't just drive up to the studio tour unless you have a ticket. So you need to make sure you have a ticket for the studio tour in order to go on the bus or to even go into the area where the studio tour is. But yeah, let's get on the bus now. And we've reached Leavesden, where they filmed all of the Harry Potter films. So we're ready to begin the tour. Let's go in. Walking. This is a different entrance than the last time we came here, because previously what we did is we parked in the parking lot, but I guess this is where they drop you off with the bus, and there's this like long walkway that you go in through, and it's really cool. Like the walls are all themed to the Marauders map, and I don't know, I have like no words already, and the studio tour itself has not even begun. I'm super excited. I feel like the magic is never lost once you start hearing that music and you just start seeing all the imagery from Harry Potter and like the books, the movies, like it all just like comes back and your heart gets full again. It's like you're back home to Hogwarts. I'm super excited to see the tour, and very excited as well because we're doing the behind the seams, where it's like the wardrobe tour. So it's like a sort of a special exhibit where you get to sit down and they explain to you a lot of the history and stories of how they came up with the wardrobes for many of the characters. I'm not sure if I'll be able to film that, but if I do, I definitely will because I'm very interested in learning a little bit more about how they came up with the costumes and developing a lot of the characters through the costumes for the Harry Potter series of films. Yeah, let's keep walking and go find the beginning of the tour. Here we go! Almost at the main entrance area. This is where we first entered last time we were here, where you'll have like the main gift shop and also this little cafe area. It looks like they've actually closed off that entrance, so maybe they're just rejigging the whole system of how you first come into the studio tour. There actually looked like there was some construction on the outside, so who knows, maybe in the future the studio tour itself will just look completely different. And there's the Goblet of Fire. So last time we were here, we were for Hogwarts in the Snow, the Christmas edition, and now it is the Goblet of Fire exhibit. So all of the studio tour is themed to the Goblet of Fire. And there's the entrance.
Any other birthdays? Don't want to miss anyone? Alright, we're good. Alright, everyone give a little wave to your Dorn fans. Dorn fans, wave back. You're never going to see them again. Alright, with that, me and all of my birthday helpers here, we would like to welcome you with the very words that Harry heard when he first arrived at the castle. Welcome to Hogwarts. Can you do a gentle push from me, everyone? And a round of applause for my birthday helpers. And follow me in, everyone. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Great Hall of Hogwarts. It was one of the first, and as you can see, one of the largest sets ever constructed for the film series. The Great Hall stood on a soundstage for more than 10 years, just right over there on our studio side, before it was moved over piece by very precious piece for the tour today. And as you can see walking in, the lights are dimmed, the tables are set, the fires are kind of flickering, and this in the industry is what we call a hot set. This was all ready for filming. So if you haven't already done so, whip those cameras out and go call it creepy crazy. Keeping your way right through those doors, we can fit almost 400 cast and crew in this room, or 22 double-decker buses if we so choose. So we can definitely fit all of you. You can get that cinema screen down and those great hall doors closed. When you're making your way through, you'll see at the end of the hall we have our goblet of fire. Take as many pictures and videos as you'd like. So if you want to stay right behind those doors, those are way each one. That's a big blue circle all around the goblet of fire. I don't want anyone on the floor like leave the way. Now we need to run the fireplace and a little bit more about this amazing room. Now you've only been in the Great Hall for a couple of moments, but I'm sure you couldn't help notice all of the amazing details that you never saw on screen. Some of my favorite details were the murals that you see on the front and the back walls there. Those were actually hand-painted by some of our scenic painters, and then left to age under the hot studio lights. So make sure you snap a picture of those while they're still here. Now you're all pretty hardcore Harry Potter fans, so you may have already noticed there's one big thing missing from this room. If you won't take a look up, we don't have a ceiling in this room. And you may remember the Great Hall ceiling was enchanted, and it was kind of hard to get the entire night sky in here. We tried really hard, but we are mere muggles, we don't have that kind of magic, so it was magically added with computers. A ceiling model was made though, and you'll see that around the corner when your tour continues. Now the ceiling may not be real, but the floor, give that nice hard stand for me. This is very real York flagstone, just like you'd find in a lot of British castles and cathedrals. Using this kind of material in a film set is very rare because it's so permanent, but the filmmakers knew that this floor would endure a lot of wear and tear throughout filming. So by using real stone, it was the best way to make it last. And it surrounds some of the biggest scenes and the most iconic scenes in all of the films. The troll in the dungeon, the sorting hat ceremony, one of my favorites in the Goblet of Fire, when the Beauxbaton girls and the Durmstrang boys make their grand entrance into the Great Hall. Now going back to the sorting hat ceremony, it would not be complete without our 4 Hogwarts houses. You can see them displayed all throughout the hall here. Talk about 2 very quickly. To my left, we have the House of Hufflepuff, J.K. Rowling's favorite house, and standing tall in the middle is Cedric Diggory and the caution he wore during the 3rd task of the Triwizard Tournament. And passing by, the House of Gryffindor, my personal house, the House of our heroes. And at the very end, the cutest costumes ever, the very first set of wizarding robes worn by Daniel Radcliffe in the very first Potter film, complete with his tiny little wizard hat, which you only see in that very first Potter film. And if you all want to make your way over to the Goblet of Fire, staying right behind the age line. Now Cedric Diggory, he was one of the lucky ones to get his name into the Goblet of Fire, but 2 young men who were not quite as lucky were the Weasley twins. You can see them spat back out here by Dumbledore's age line. They tried to outsmart Dumbledore, drink an aging potion, jumped into the age line, and it didn't work, obviously. They tried to outsmart Dumbledore, but no one can outsmart Albus Dumbledore, and they are missing their ginger hair. Our hair and makeup team had a little bit of fun adding the white beards and eyebrows to them today. Now in the middle you can see we have our Goblet of Fire. This is our working special effects goblet, and it was created and rigged by John Richardson and his special effects team. This is actually the first time this goblet has been back in the Great Hall since filming ended almost 15 years ago. Now it is a special effect, so do you want to see how it works? Yes? Alright, everyone come right up to this age line, put your toes right over it, fill the entire space. Anyone at the back still taking pictures, come right on forward. It happens pretty quickly, so I want to make sure you all get a good picture or video. Alright. Now you may remember the Goblet of Fire flame runs blue when it's decided to pop out as its champion. It has all the names in there, load them around, picking the best one. When it decides on a champion, the flame flips to red, and then it fires out a name. Can someone pick that up for me? Unravel it and read out nice and loud who our champion is today. Just read out the name on the parchment, sir. It can be anyone, from any of the houses, Harry, Victor, Fleur, Cedric. We have Harry Potter. Who saw that coming at the making of Harry Potter. Well, you can keep that for yourself, sir. Anyone else that wants their own piece of parchment, you're more than welcome to grab one. As soon as you leave the Great Hall doors, you can pick up a little piece of Harry Potter parchment and take that home with you as a little souvenir. Now, with Harry's name popping out of the goblet, it does mean your time in the Great Hall is coming to an end. But a few things before you head out on your tour. If anyone picked up our studio tour passports, it's a little blue books. Yep, we're on the lookout for 6 stamping locations and 13 golden snitches. Some are big, some are small. We'll give you your first one for free. Yeah, you already spotted it right there. And the left-hand doorway, look up, you'll see a little bit of flying gold. If anyone has our free lanyard, you're on the lookout for our number 2 icons. Number 1 is on the director's board as soon as you leave the Great Hall. If you have any questions about your tour today, ask anyone dressed as stylishly as myself. We're called Interactors, which basically means massive Harry Potter nerds. We love it, we love talking about it. Ask us any questions you'd like. All that's left to say is your tour begins around the corner. We're free to go behind the scenes and explore the most magical film series in the world. Do me one favor, stay right behind that age line when you're exiting today. Thank you for listening. Enjoy your tour, everyone.
The common room was the hub of the life of our particular character. I always thought of it as the home that Harry had never had.
That initially was the idea. It was intended to contrast with Harry's cupboard under the stairs in Privet Drive. The idea was to make it as comfortable and as enveloping and as welcoming as it could possibly be.